Good morning again from the John Barfield Trail in North Richland Hills. Morning. North Richland Hills, Texas, that is. Trying to get out here a little early. Well, I was going to try to get out here about 6:30, but I'm an hour late, so that's the way it goes. Trying a few new angles with this Insta360 camera. I just want to see if I can get kind of a side view. That's what I'm going for anyway. It's always good to have a powerful bell. Morning. Thank you. Morning. Ooh. Morning, guys. Morning, guys. Yeah, it is nearly August in Texas, and like it is in a lot of parts of the country right now, this time of year, man, you got to get out early if you want to get a fairly cool ride in. It's, I think, 79 degrees, maybe 80 in the afternoon, and it feels like you're riding through a hairdryer. That's the way I describe it. Morning, guys. So I got two major intersections to cross here. Luckily, we have signal lights. That's a really good use case for your throttle. If you have an e-bike with a throttle, that situation right there is the best time, one of the best times to use it. If you're just taking off from a stop or you're trying to get across an intersection quickly, man, throttle is the way to go. And if you're just taking off from a dead stop, and you know, you may not be in the ideal gear, you may not be in gear 1, gear 2, whatever, and you just want to get started, get going, and then start pedaling. That's what a throttle does for you. I don't know if this angle is going to work, but I'm going to try it. It's got to be mindful of tree branches and people. This is a really cool camera that I have on this bike at the moment. It's the Insta360. This is the X5, which is their newest model of this camera. And it's really cool the way it works. So it has two lenses and two cameras, really. It has one on facing one direction, that's a 180 degree view, and then one on the other side that also is a 180 degree view. And if you put it in 360 degree camera mode, it films both sides. That's Northfield Park down that path right there. That's normally where I park. Parked in a different spot today. But anyway, this camera has it's two cameras in one, really. It has one camera on one side with a lens that sees 180 degrees, and then it has one on the other side. It does the same thing. Morning.
Yeah.
Morning. And so what it does is you can tell it to film either just one view of the camera looking this way, or you can put it in 360 degree mode and it will film simultaneously on both cameras. The software will make the selfie stick disappear. I mean, how cool is that? Now, this camera has a new mode or new feature on it, so that it will film 360 degree mode, and it also will film like a first person mode, and it's called morning, and it's called Instaframe, and I think it's new on this model, the X5, which came out a few months ago. So pretty slick. What is this? Oh no. Someone's shoes and socks? Okay. Got a signal light here. Hey, good morning. Awesome. That was good timing. Good morning, sir. Morning. I like this trail because it's plenty wide. It's not just super crowded, and you have a lot of runners, walkers, cyclists. You have kind of a mixed bag of folks that use it, but they're all generally really friendly, and they kind of respect the rules of the trail. You know, I try to use my bell. I got my bell mounted on my bike here. It's got some nice views like this one. I may have to get that guy's number. There's a guy back there that I guess works on riding mowers. He's got a whole bunch in his yard. It's still pretty nice. The ironic thing is it was 80 degrees at 6, and it's and it's 1 degree cooler right now. It's almost 8 o'clock. So, but I think it's 79 degrees now, but that's as low as it's going to get. Morning. Morning. Oh, that's cool. Hey, man. He had a parrot. That was cool. Did you see the parrot? She had a parrot on her shoulder. Yeah. That's cool. You don't see that every day. I hope I got that on camera. So I've talked about this before. This is the Velotric Discover 2 that I'm riding this morning. This bike has a torque sensor, but it also has cadence sensor mode. There was an update to this bike last year, I think, where they made that capability available on this bike. So, see somebody coming on a... Morning, guys. And oh, here comes the train. Cool. Morning. Where I get to go. About another second. Here we go.
Precinct Line Road. One side of Dawn.
So again, you know, that's a great example of what you can use a throttle for. Just that scenario right there where you're crossing a major, morning guys, a major intersection, which that is 6 lanes of traffic, I think. And you want to get across in a hurry. If you're in a low gear, you're fine, but if, like me, I was sitting there in gear 7 just then, and yep, it's kind of hard on the drivetrain when you're taking off from a high gear like that. 6 lanes of traffic, I think, and you want to get across in a hurry. If you're in a low gear, you're fine, but if, like me, I was sitting there in gear 7 just then, and yep, it's kind of hard on the drivetrain when you're taking off from a high gear like that. So it's definitely a nice feature to have. I know that's a big issue when it comes to mid-drive bikes. You know, with hub drives, it's not so much of a problem because the motor is basically, well, it's part of the rear wheel. So the power is being applied to the ground. Okay, when you throttle or you pedal and you've got pedal assistance on, the motor's running. With a mid-drive, it's totally different. The motor is in the middle, or you pedal and you've got pedal assistance on, the motor's running. With a mid-drive, it's totally different. The motor is in the middle. Thanks, guys. The motor is right where the cranks are. Distance on, the motor's running. With a mid-drive, it's totally different. The motor is in the middle. Thanks, guys. The motor is right where the cranks are, where the bottom bracket is, and all that power is being applied to that front chain ring and to the chain and to the cassette. So the last thing you want to do, if you can with a mid-drive, is take off in a high gear like that. I do not own a mid-drive bike, but I definitely plan on getting one. I think they're so cool. Morning. Mid-drive motors are lighter than hub motors by a couple of 2 or 3 pounds at least, and those bikes, oh, excuse me, I should have used my bell, sorry guys. Oh.
We made this difficult.
Oh, no, that's okay, I split them. Have a good day. But anyway, so a mid-drive bike, one of the advantages is, there are several advantages. One is it is typically lighter because of where the motor is. It usually has a smaller battery because it is a more efficient system. It doesn't use as much battery as a hub motor does. So as a result, the bike itself is usually a little bit lighter. Hello, Cal. Morning. The downsides are, again, as I mentioned, you know, you don't want to take off in the wrong gear if you can help it. It's not a deal breaker, but you can risk breaking the chain due to all that torque. So that's something to keep in mind. Morning. And they are more expensive. I may have mentioned that, but rear hub drive bikes are usually quite a bit less expensive than a mid-drive bike. Mid-drives are definitely a higher end, more sophisticated way to get you pedal assist, and so they're more expensive. Trumpet vines. Usually in the spring and fall we see a lot of hummingbirds around those as they're migrating. Plumbing. He's getting some plumbing work done. Morning. Oh, cool. That's good timing. Morning. Mentioned before, this bike has a torque sensor and it also has a cadence sensor mode, and they did a firmware update a week or two ago, and update's pretty cool. Morning. What you do is, when you're riding, this is due to this brand new firmware update, you basically just press and hold this M button, which is for menu, and then it switches. Now I'm in cadence sensor mode. If you can't tell, my power just went way up. It's really cool, but it's not something I would use all the time. Nah. Oh, coming up on your left. Thanks, guys. Wow, they had 3 puppy dogs. Where that train is. Morning. Not sure I'd see it by now, but maybe not. Morning. Whoa. Oh, here comes the train. Cool. Hoping to next spring probably doing a video with my buddy Gary from Nomadic E-Biking Adventures. Gary and I have never met, but we're mutual subscribers to our YouTube channels, and Gary does some really cool videos. Travels a lot of trails. Morning. And so we've been talking about it on our respective videos, and maybe we'll get together and do a group ride next spring. So looking forward to that. That would be really cool. I am headed back to my car now. Tell you what, I'm going to put it in cadence sensor mode one more time. This is great. If you're tired and you just want the power and you don't want to pedal, check this out. There it goes. I mean, I'm spinning the pedals, but I am not pressing hard on the pedals at all. It's pretty crazy. But it does eat through the battery a lot quicker versus torque sensor mode. Alright, I am almost to my car. I will let you guys go. Thanks again for coming along with me on this ride. And whoa, I'm still in cadence sensor mode. I better turn that off. You have to do it while you're moving, by the way. You may have to be at a predetermined speed too. I don't know. Nope, there it goes. So you don't have to be pedaling, but the bike definitely has to be moving. So just a top tip there. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.